Why is it weird? Okay, where must I look?
Just look at the camera.
Okay.
I don't have a vlogging camera, so if we look weird, I'm trying. But today I'm doing a Q&A with my dad. If you guys don't know that yet, our faces
Hello.
give it away. This is my dad. Describe yourself and your name, surname.
No, you're supposed to give me questions first.
No, just say what's your name first.
My name is Lister. My surname is Stewart.
Where are you
And
from?
I'm from... You want to know where I was born?
Yes.
I was born in a lovely place called Ikopo. Where must I look?
At the camera.
Where at the camera?
Just in the middle, like you're talking to...
Okay, fine. I was born in Ikopo, as some people say, but the place is actually called Ikopo. It's in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal. Deep in the heart. As Kirsten says, it's the bush, but
bush.
it's, if you know the movie, or if you know the place Valley of a Thousand Hills, the most beautiful part of the country. That's where I was born. I was born there about 40-something years ago, as you can see from the grey hairs. What else do you want to know? Why am I so grey?
No.
Because
They know.
Because of Kirsten.
You have 2 daughters, that's why you're grey.
Yeah, but one makes me more grey than the other one. Take a guess.
And the other one always sleeps, so it's probably just me that makes me more grey. Okay, so the first question I want to ask you is, how did you feel when you found out you were going to be a dad and a dad to girls? Or a girl?
When mum and I fell pregnant, mum fell pregnant, but we were both pregnant because I'm a very involved dad. So I went through the pregnancy with her. We didn't know we were going to have a girl, number one. Number two,
How many years ago was this?
How old are you now?
20.
Joking.
20. So, 1998.
1997.
Oh, yeah.
Mum fell pregnant, and then we were young. We were early 20s. We'd just been married. We were excited. We didn't know what the future held for us. We were excited. We were scared, but we were ready for it. A child is always a blessing. We'd never ever wanted to find out whether it's a boy or a girl.
And with Jess?
With Jess, we tried, and then Mum couldn't fall pregnant for a while, and then when we sort of almost not really gave up, but almost said, you know what, sort of
leave it in God's hands.
Leave it in God's hands. Then Mum fell pregnant, and another girl. Double trouble. Well, triple trouble with
Mum as well.
With Mum.
Because we're like triplets.
Exactly.
We literally look like triplets, we act like triplets. The next question is, what were your concerns in bringing a child home? Like at the hospital, you'll feel safe because even your first child, like me, the nurses helped you a bunch of times. How was it when you brought me home? They weren't even living in our first home.
Yeah, Kirsten, it's when you're young, it's scary, but when you leave the hospital, the reality sets in.
Especially how old are y'all? Y'all were like 22.
We were 22, I think, at the time.
I can't imagine.
The reality sets in, and you make it work.
Sure.
You get up in the morning. Mum had a seizure. Mum was extremely sore. We lived in Johannesburg at the time, and it was freezing cold in
June.
2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's when you decided to cry. To cry the most was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
I still do it to this day when I get my headaches. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm crying to my parents. It's just so scary.
So we were scared, but we made it work. Excuse me, we made it work.
What do you like about being a dad? 3 things.
Oh no, Kirsten.
Is it too many?
You should have prepared me for.
You should know this.
I love having kids. I love knowing that there is somebody I'm taking care of. I feel I'm a provider as a father and as a husband. And we're talking more
Especially
as
in this day and age, there's no more dads.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
And that's 2. 1, 2.
The third one.
The third one, I love having my personal slaves to send. Go here, go there.
Soon. What did your mother teach you? Yes, she wasn't really there all the time. She worked as a nurse, but she must have taught you something.
My mother taught me never, ever, 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 ever to never give up.
Sure.
with anything in life. Our parents in the old days had to leave us with granny and grandpa,
You grew up.
and they had to go out and work. My mother was a sister at the hospital. She loved nursing; it was her passion. She looked after people. She was a caregiver, as they call them nowadays, and
How high did she make it before she passed away?
she was a sister.
Sure. Okay. I asked you, do you have any regrets in your career choices? Because you guys advise us to do what we want, our passion.
I don't have regrets. I also believe that God takes me where He takes me in my career. I have been comfortable in jobs before, and a lot of people sit and get comfortable, and they don't grow. You've got to, by growing, you've got to move out of your comfort zone. I sound like I'm coaching or something.
No, but that's not. I want people to see how my parents, they are born motivators.
You've got to get out of your comfort zone. I've gone out of my comfort zone a lot, and I've done it especially lately. I work for Spar, for Build It. I've still got my name tag. See, that's how hard I work. I've still got my name tag on. I work for a good company. I worked for the bank, for different banks over the years. I used to help open their new branches. I used to find the space, open the branch, do all that kind of the financial stuff to see whether the branch will work, etc., etc. Long story short, I was comfortable. It was something I could do with my eyes closed. And I needed a new challenge, and I thought to grow in my job, to grow as a person, and to grow financially.
Gotta explore.
I needed to move on and find something
and
else.
And now tell them what you do.
And I moved into Build It, which is a part of the Spar Group. I do something similar to the bank. So I'm the new business development and the project manager. So I find the sites, I grow the business, I draw the layout, I design the stores, I find the guys who are going to open and run the stores and invest money into the store, and
something you didn't do before now.
Exactly.
So it's only
I've had to learn it in my 40s. You've got to keep learning.
Yeah, it's helped your brain, like you said. It's
I'm
like you're
growing.
back at school, but you're earning.
I'm growing. I could have sat and been comfortable and not grown. But
especially if we lived in Joburg, like I miss everybody in Joburg. But thinking back now, moving all the way to like the most beautiful city in, that they said, the Southern Hemisphere, something ridiculous like that.
One of the most beautiful cities in the world.
We literally left our biggest comfort zone. In Joburg, we had the same schedule. We'd go to school, go to work, come home, watch TV, have supper, go to school. Whereas here in Cape Town, it'll be 9 o'clock in the night and my dad will be like, let's go for a drive. Or in the mornings or on like the weekends, we'd go to the beach, we'd go to the wine. Like what you're saying now is right. Living in your comfort zone is not always it's nice. I'm like that. Ask my parents. I can lay in my room all day and not feel anything. But it's damaging me as a person because that's what I believe my purpose is. That's what I need to get out.
A good friend of mine said, if it doesn't challenge you,
so you've got to just
if
get
it's
on
not
your
going
bike.
to challenge you, it's not going to grow you. If you're going to do stuff that's not going to challenge you, you're not going to grow.
And do you
just
cry?
stay the same.
I feel like some children don't see their parents cry. Do you all cry?
It takes a lot for me to cry. If I'm very, very hurt, and if my family, and I mean me, you, Mum, and Jess.
But mainly your wifey.
If anything happens between the four of us, and I can see that one of you are hurting, like really, really hurting, then of course I cry, because I'm supposed to be a protector.
What's the word I can use? There's a stigma towards men crying. So here's a good example. My own dad, who I look up to, he also cries.
Exactly.
He also cries. So
it's okay to cry and let out your emotion. Don't bottle things in. Don't walk around the street crying. I mean, it's just.
Well, you go into a room and have that time to yourself.
You must find a way of letting your emotion out.
Alrighty, I'm gonna close the video now.
Okay,
No, wait.
thank you.
No. There's one.
You said 3 questions.
Yes.
You asked 16. I'm counting in my
It's
head.
like 15 minutes of questions.
Yes.
I want to end the video with what's the best advice you heard from someone that you. I literally, the best advice I've gotten from my dad, and I use it in all my videos, is get up, dress up, show up. It's not advice, it's more of
It's a quote.
It's like a
lot
motto.
A lot of people use it. I didn't come up with it.
It's something you've
I'm
just
not
told us
claiming
girls.
it, but it's something that stuck with me for. I went on a course the one time, and this motivational speaker was talking and motivating, and you forget a whole lot of stuff. But when he ended the thing, he said, "Get up, dress up, show up. No matter what happens, you can use that quote in anything in life.
I do,
You can say, you know what, I haven't studied for this paper. I always say to you, just go and try. If you don't show up, you get a 0. If you at least go and try, there might be 50% of the questions that you'll be able to just answer out of general knowledge.
True.
So use it in anything in life. Get up, dress up, and show up.
So is that your motto?
That is
Okay.
the best advice somebody ever gave me. And as I said,
you use it
recently,
on us.
a colleague of mine up in Joburg, I was going through all these issues with my heart, and it was a tough time. And he gave me that advice that I gave you earlier.
So thank you for watching. Will this be like the first and last video?
That's the first and last video. I do not speak in
You'll see people
public.
are gonna like us.
I speak to clients
But
one-on-one.
No,
I don't speak in public on video, so this is the first and last time you'll see me. You'll see Kirsten's mum. She's much more publier than me, so this takes a lot for me.
Okay, thanks. But thank you guys for watching.